60 Minutes interview, Vinnie.
Yeah.
Let's go into the 60-minute interview, and we know what's going to happen when we play these clips. 60 Minutes is the only publication that when you post their clips, they come back to you and say, why did you share that clip? What the hell do you want us to do? We want to react to a video. Isn't that what you want to get eyeballs back to you? But anyways, they're the most complicated one to deal with. We're going to do it anyways. Rob, which ones do we have here?
So I have a bunch. I have Mamdani, where he talks about Mamdani being a communist, where he calls out James Comey and Letitia James and the Department of Justice indictments. Also talking about China and Taiwan and the government shutdown as well.
Why don't we go with the government shutdown? Because it's right off the bat. I think that's the first thing they talked about during the interview. Go ahead.
Much less expensive for people and give them much better health care.
But where is
and
that
I'd
plan?
be willing to
But
work
where's
with the
that plan?
Democrats on it. The problem is they want to give money to prisoners, to drug dealers, to all these millions of people that were allowed to come in with an open border from Biden, and nobody can do that.
Can
Not one Republican would ever do that.
My understanding is if those health care subsidies are not extended, premiums will double for many of the people that are on it. And I was looking into it. 3/4 of these people will see their health care premiums double. Live in states where you won in the last election. I mean, even here in Florida has the highest number of residents on Obamacare in the country.
And I'm saying we can fix it, Nora.
You have helped end these government shutdowns in the past when they came about, and you did it by bringing.
I'm very good at it,
you
but I'm
brought
not going to
members of
do it by.
Congress
I'm not going to do
to
it by
the White House.
extortion. I'm not going to do it by being extorted by the Democrats who have lost their way. There's something wrong with these people.
So then what happens on November 15th when the troops don't get a paycheck?
Schumer is a basket case, and he has nothing to lose. He's become, I just left Japan, he's become a kamikaze pilot.
Sounds like it's not going to get solved, the shutdown.
It's going to get solved, yeah. Oh, it's going to get solved.
How?
We'll get it solved. Eventually, they're going to have to vote.
You're saying the Democrats will capitulate?
I think they have to. And if they don't vote, that's their problem. Now, I happen to agree with something else. I think we should do the nuclear option. This is a totally different nuclear.
Okay, so that's what you hear. Now, when you're hearing that, everything you're hearing right now, it's Republicans' fault, it's Republicans' fault, it's Republicans' fault, right? Tom, when you hear that, do you have the clip of Fetterman, Rob?
I do.
When Fetterman's talking about, Democrats, just own up already. Come up and say, like the last time, remember when they were shutting down, what did Trump say last time? I'm going to own this shutdown. I'm going to own it. Do you remember when he's sitting in the office
with Schumer in the Oval Office?
Pelosi?
He said, okay, Chug,
I'll take it. That's right. That's what Democrats don't want to do. But watch what Fetterman says here with his beautiful three-piece suit. Go ahead, Rob.
What are you hearing back home about SNAP expiring on Saturday?
I'm saying that I will witness it firsthand. My wife, Giselle, she develops the free store in our community, and it distributes food 3 times a week. And her lines have already got longer. And now I will encounter people that have no SNAP benefits starting on Saturday, and I don't have an explanation for them. All I could say is, I'm sorry. It's an absolute failure what occurred here for the last month, and now things are really going to land. And imagine being a parent with a couple kids and how you're going to fill their refrigerator and pack their lunches and get on with their lives when the things that they've depended on now is gone because we can't even agree to just open things up. For a Democrat, we're not allowed to just open this up. I mean, then our party has bigger problems than I thought we might have already. It's like, that's not controversial. Pay everybody. And you have our workers here borrowed over $350 million to pay their own bills. Like, it's a failure. And like I said, to all of the viewers, I'm apologizing that we can't even get our shit together and just open up our government.
Schumer said this gets better politically every day for Democrats. What do you say to that?
Yeah, well, ask the hungry people on Saturday. It's like, that's the thing. Americans are not leveraged. This is not some shitty game show about who's winning or whatever. It's just like we have to be better than this and just open this up. And I do, talk to any number of Republicans who they agree that we have this conversation about extending.
But here's a problem. A poll was sent this morning in text. Tom, I'm going to come to you right after this. If you can pull up this poll wrap that was tweeted, you know which one I'm talking about. The one where, yeah, that one right there. If you take a look at this, folks, watch this. So this shows party affiliation. Zoom in a little bit, Rob. First on the top one, and then we'll go on the bottom one, which is more important. This is party affiliation, percentage of all journalists in a marketplace, okay? You got blue is Democrats, journalists. They've stayed the same number as they were in 1974, okay? 35.4% then, 36.4% today. Look at the Republican affiliation from 1974. 26% were Republicans. You know what it is today? 3%. And independents from 32.5 to 51.7, and then you have other, right? But the Republican and journalists, like, those two don't go hand in hand. Now look at the bottom chart, Rob. If you look at the bottom chart, this is the main one. Who trusts the mainstream media from 72 to 2022? Republicans no longer trust it. Democrats trust the mainstream media about the same as they did back in 1970. And independents have given up on the mainstream, trusting the mainstream media as well. So the main people that are keeping mainstream media believing that, no, the government shutdown is on the Republicans and all this other stuff, the Democrats are convincing the Americans that they're in charge right now, that they're right about the shutdown. Tom, your thoughts about 60 Minutes and some of these other things with the shutdown here?
Well, first of all, it's the game again. It's the game. Find a victim. All these people, their premiums are going to go up. Under whose program? Whose program? It didn't work. I can tell you what happened. I did a massive case study on this with Obamacare. I mean, we won't even go back into the numbers, but the numbers scream that after 3 years on Obamacare, he greenlit all of the insurance companies to start raising premiums. That was the deal that Obama made with the health insurance industry lobby. That's what he did. And it didn't end well for American consumers. And now we're coming in here. Why are there subsidies? Because Obamacare pricing was a joke, Pat. It was never adequate. So they artificially made it lower. Give me 3 years and give me the victory. Give me the W. Give me the victory lap. And now I'm going to come back and do it. These are subsidies. This is artificial. The market's not working. So Trump is right about he will not be extorted. And to get some things done during the shutdown and coming out of it, Trump is correct. He says, I think they have to vote. He says, and I'll even go to the nuclear option. Fetterman is right. And by the way, you can't blame, the Dems are trying to blame the Republicans, but ladies and gentlemen, remember the number 60. That's how many votes it takes. The Republicans could all say, let's end the shutdown tomorrow, but they need 60 votes. So they need
five more. I think they have 2 Democrats.
5 or 7, depending.
Yeah.
Right? They need, because you got the independents, Lisa Murkowski, you have a Maine independent and Alaska independent that are kind of wild cards. But they need the votes, so they need cooperation, but they won't do it. Fetterman's right. Why can't we come together and vote? I'm going to sit there and say to my people, I don't have an answer for you. I'm sorry. And my wife's trying to help with something. Fetterman is a modern, what I love about Fetterman is he's sort of a modern guy, Manchin, stepping up into it. Now, 60 Minutes, I find it to be hysterical what they did. And by the way, folks, if you're part of it, you're there and you want to send us a note, those clips were run exactly from 60 Minutes. We didn't stop it. We didn't start it. We didn't trim it. We just showed exactly what they provided. And we give full credit to CBS and 60 Minutes for it. And it speaks for itself. Look at all the stuff that they didn't air on TV and they slid it over to YouTube later. Look at that manipulation. That's exactly the chart you've put up there, Pat, about why don't independents trust the media? Why don't the Republicans trust the media? Why is it so low? Because 60 Minutes wouldn't even run the thing. Oh, no, we published the whole transcript. Yeah, it's somewhere over here, but you manipulated the main broadcast. So I think Trump is right, and I think what's interesting is across the aisle, people like Fetterman are there willing to play, but the mainstream, the establishment, and Schumer, this gets better politically every day. I wish he would say this gets better for the public every day. I wish that was the first thing on Chuck Schumer's mind. Instead, I think this gets better politically every day, and I think that's shameful.
Vinny.
Well, I think, first of all, the art of the deal, if they thought for 2 seconds with everything that he's doing, with all his negotiating skills, Brendan, he was going to stop. Like, he's going to budge. I love that he said extorted. At the end of the day, Chuck Schumer, Hakeem Jeffries, and the left, they are playing politics, and it's going to mess with all these people, all you people that we always question, why do you keep voting Democrat? Why do you keep voting Democrat? Now you're going to feel it, because they are playing with the food. We know how they keep saying Donald Trump's starving the children. No, it's the Democrats. He's waiting. He's letting you guys know. And it's pretty crazy that out of all the Democrats, John Fetterman, and I feel so bad that he went through a freaking stroke. Something must have happened. He's the most sensible sounding Democrat of the lot of them. It's only him, Brandon. And if you guys think about it, Pat, 70% of I've been wondering, I text you guys in the group today, no wonder why they have Trump derangement syndrome. 70% of them still believe mainstream media, and now there you go. That's the reason these people are losing their minds, because you still believe the CNN, the MSNBC, which is changing to MS now. Guys, they're using this as a ploy, just like Newsom is playing this, blame Trump, everything Trump, everything Trump. It's not Trump. Turn around and look at your own party, and when you're hungry and you have no food and the 15th, the military's not going to get paid, it's because of them. Plain and simple.
Brandon.
Yeah, I mean, think about what's happening. So the Democrats are saying that these people are going to starve, and they're making a whole ruckus about it, but they're the ones that are holding it up. So I think the happiest people about this are the Democrats. Like they wanted something like this to come along where they could dangle this out there and tell a sad story and blame Trump for it. So, and the people are actually believing that's Trump's fault, not their fault. But they're trying to hold on to something that was supposed to be a temporary thing. What they're trying to keep in place was part of the Inflation Reduction Act, that add-on to the Obamacare. So that wasn't something they're supposed to have in long term. And I think we're asking the wrong question too. We're saying, how do we make sure these people have enough money to buy food? I think the question should be, why don't these people have enough money to buy food, to afford food as it is? That means that food isn't being made in the most efficient way, that the food industry has a fundamental problem. If 40 million people can't afford to buy food, then that's a systematic problem with the country, not a problem with getting money to people.
It's not one-sided, or they need to go get a job.
No, Oh, it's multiple layers. Yeah, because think about it. If I know that I don't have to work, I can sit on my couch and keep having 9 babies, and you're going to pay for it, go for it.
So for sure. Here's what happened. Every size was pretty much sold out, including the white that's not even here yet. Okay, every size. For black and brown, the only thing that was left was 9, 9.5. 10 and 11. The only sizes that the shipment goes out today. You order today, it gets shipped out today. Those are the only sizes that are left for black and brown. Rob, can you go to black if you don't mind? If you go on black, can you officially order size 7 and 8 or not yet? No. Click on it?
Not yet.
Okay, so officially the only sizes that we have left are 9, 9.5, 10, and 11. But I believe that effective here in the next 24 hours, okay? You can go place the order now, because I was under the impression that it was already up, Rob.
It is. I just refreshed.
Okay, so that's what it is. You don't refresh it.
Oh, all of them?
Here's the good news. The good news is folks came back and they said, Pat, can we get 7, 7.5, and 8.5? Guess what? We officially bought the mold for 7, 7.5, and 8.5. It's going to be done by November 17th. We're building the actual mold for 7, 7.5, and 8.5. You can officially order all the sizes, the 7, 7.5, 8, 8.5, 9, 9.5, 10, 10.5, 11, 11.5, 12, and 13. Some of the ones are going to come to you first week of February or first week of January. Some are December. 9, 9.5, 10, and 11 will be right away. But the reality of it is, it's sold out ASAP. And the feedback we're getting with the people that are wearing the shoes on a daily basis, everywhere I'm going, I'm seeing fans are like, Pat, look what I'm wearing. Look what I'm wearing. Look what I'm wearing. Look what I'm wearing. It's great to see people are loving the shoes as much as we're wearing them. If you haven't yet seen the ad, Rob, can you pull up the ad real quick for us to tell you the story of the FLBs? And we'll get right into the podcast. Go ahead, Rob. When we set out to create a shoe that blends comfort, function, and luxury, we had the choice to make it fast. We had the choice to make it cheap. We chose neither. Instead, we chose Tuscany, Italy. We chose true Italian craftsmanship, each pair touched by 50 skilled hands. We chose patience, spending 2 years perfecting every detail, and we chose the finest quality at every step. Introducing the Future Looks Bright collection. Not rushed, not disposable, not ordinary. Rather, intentional, luxurious, timeless. We spent a lot of time on these shoes, and if you haven't yet ordered it, the comparable to it is, think about the same factories pretty much that make a lot of these other shoes, the Gucci's, the Zegnas, the Ferragamo's, Berlutti's, the FLBs, same type of leather. We're talking about high-quality leather, premium, laceless, craftsmanship. The only difference is it's the only one in the world that has the super foam technology, similar to what OnCloud and Hoka has, making the shoe light and comfortable to wear. When you wear it once, you're gonna want to wear it all the time. And again, for some of you that are saying, man, I wish I would have had 7.5, I wish I had at 8.5, order it now so you're guaranteed to get yours to come in. And who knows, some of them may come in earlier, but go to vtmerch.com, place your order with the shoes. Cannot wait to see you wear it. And by the way, when you do get them, put them on, take a picture, tag us. We want to see the pictures. Take care. If you enjoyed this video, you want to watch more videos like this, click here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click here.